everybody, it's Christine of Twinkle Plans for Day. Today I'll be planning the week of October 12th in my Wild Styled planner. The other day I posted a picture of this spread from my Skinny Classic and I replicated flannel stripes using my Mildliners, and I got a couple of requests on how to do that. So I thought I'd do another spread. I really do love it. It's very fallish for me. So I'll do another spread like that using maybe orange and brown. I'll use that color scheme. It's very easy to do. So, and I also brought out some sticker books. I have the two fall sticker books and Homebody Seasons. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet for that, but stick around. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is take the pages off the planner. Okay, so let's just get started. I'm taking out my Mildliners, and I would work on another sheet of paper and practice a little bit first. I'm speeding up the camera because it's kind of a long and boring process to watch, but it only took me about 10 minutes to do this part of the spread. And there's two sides to the Mildliners. There's a thicker side and a thinner side. I'm first using the thicker side, and I'm using the grid. On the Wild Styled planners, there's a grid on the left side. I don't know if you can really see it, but I'm using that grid as a guide to keep my lines straight. You can also use a ruler. And I'm alternating thick and thin stripes in the first color. I would use up to 3 colors, but in this one I'm just using brown and orange. Now I'm not really that worried about keeping the lines straight. If something looks completely off, I can always cover it with a sticker, and I'm not a perfectionist. If you're a perfectionist, you might not want to try this technique. It's really hard to keep those lines completely straight. So when I do post this on Instagram, don't look too closely. But it really doesn't bother me. I think it adds kind of charm. And I'm using the boxes also as a grid. I go outside of the actual planning section to do this, just to give me more space so I don't cover too much of my days. Although this particular week I'm working a lot more than usual, so I have less things actually to plan because I'll be at work. So I'm alternating it with the orange, and it's starting now to really look like flannel, or plaid I should say. So as I start filling in those spaces between the brown with the orange, it starts really to start looking like flannel more. And then I'm going to take out one of my favorite black pens, the Papermate Ink Joy pen, and I'm going to add a little stitching. So just little marks between 2 lines or dashes. And I think those little details really make a difference in the flannel, in that particular look. I may redo this for Christmas, like a buffalo plaid, but I don't have any black Mildliners. So I don't know if I'll use a Sharpie or not, because I know it will go through the paper. Anyway, so there's the first part on the left, and I want to duplicate that on the other side. So I'm turning the paper over to try to duplicate it. And I do try to duplicate it in the beginning, but then I just let it go and just freeform it. So here I am again. I am alternating thick and thin stripes using both sides of the Mildliner, trying again to keep those lines straight and to duplicate it. Again, this is just a baseline of the spread. I don't want it to be the only thing about this spread. It's just going to be like a border, framing, like a frame. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a frame of my spread. I don't want it to be the highlight. And I think it gives a really good fall feel, and I just love wearing flannel. It's so comfy and cozy when it gets really cold. We're not there yet, but I know it's coming. So I'm adding those dashes and those little lines to imitate stitching, and I think we're done with that step. Okay, so I think this frame is a good starting point for my spread. I'm pretty satisfied, and now I'm going to be taking out my fall sticker books and looking for some boxes, and I'm going to start placing them on times and places where I have things planned, things to do, places to be. You know the drill. I'm only using the orange and brown ones, and luckily in this book there's plenty that match really well the flannel. I'm loving how the straight lines of these boxes mimic the lines on the flannel. I was thinking about skewing them a little bit to the side, but I decided not to keep them straight, keep them parallel with the lines. I think it looks really good. And I love to layer, so I'm layering a little bit more. And then I'll go for more details, and maybe I'll add some more. I love the icons in this book, but I don't know if it'll be too overwhelming. So I'm going through a couple of times. I go through the old fall sticker book to look for a couple more boxes. But they're kind of hard to find because I've been very good with this book. I've been using a lot of it. I do love this Hello Fall sticker. And there's that little pink box that I decide to cover with some sticker paper. So what I do sometimes when I see an element that I don't want to use in a spread, I'll use some sticker paper just to cover it up. And I buy my sticker paper from Amazon. It's very cheap when you buy like 100 in a pack, and it lasts forever. So I just cover that up so I can use my sticker there. It says Hello Fall. And I'll probably put another sticker somewhere. Actually, after I filmed this video, I added some elements on the corner there. You'll see at the end. I'm sorry I didn't put it in the video. I decided that it looked a little blank after when I was taking some pictures of it. Sometimes I do that. As I take pictures, I change my spread just slightly. So here I'm adding some details. This is my favorite part of planning because the worst part is getting the idea and the theme, and after that things just kind of go smoothly, and this is the part that gives me a little bit more confidence. So now I can just have fun with it instead of just worrying about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do this week? I wonder if I cannot be the only one like this that gets obsessed with what they're going to do next in their planner. I know it's a little crazy. So I love adding these little boxes and laying them over other boxes. It's great like to add the time of something, or don't forget to bring something, or call someone, or answer an email regarding a certain date or place that you have to be. And then my favorite part is adding some leaves and florals. It's the perfect touch. It goes great with the flannel print. And this book has so many adorable leaves. So I'm looking through it. I do love all these quotes. So I have to think of one quote to put on the upper right-hand side. I didn't mention that, but I am leaving that space open for one of those larger quotes you'll see in a minute. And those icons, I love the icons, but I think they might take away from it, or I don't want it to be too much. So there's one of the stickers that I'm considering using, but I think I used this one. I was concerned a little bit because I thought maybe you wouldn't be able to see the sticker through the lines, and I almost took it off. And then I couldn't take it off, so I decided to leave it there. I'm not sure, 100% sure of that sticker. See, here I am trying to take it off. And I decided I didn't want to ruin the page, so I just left it there. Sometimes you just got to make a decision and be bold about it. So then I was just stuck. I still think it's okay. I think you can still see it says autumn is here. And then by the end of the spread, it didn't faze me at all. So here I'm thinking of putting pumpkins on the bottom, and I do love these pumpkins from the homebody books, seasonal homebody book. But I think they're a little pale, so I'm alternating them with some stickers that I find in another book. I take out this is from the fall, the second fall book. And then I take out All in a Seasons book, the thick one, because I know there's a page with a whole bunch of pumpkins on it. Here it is. Where's that? There it is. There's that page with a whole bunch of pumpkins, and I like that they're all different sizes, so I can vary things up and bunch my pumpkins on the bottom there. A perfect October bottom part of the spread. So after I finish that, I'm going to cut the excess stickers that fall off the page. I like to do that. It looks like more that the pumpkins are actually sitting on the ground. And I go through the book. That's the second fall book. And I love these icons, but I do think they're going to clash and it's just going to be too overwhelming. So but I do want to add some more things. So I'm going to look for some florals, some flowers, some leaves. Oh, see, it looks like I'm looking for something else. I'm just looking through the book to see if there's anything else I can add to the spread because I don't think it's finished. Okay, here you go. I take some leaves. These look so cute. Love them so much. I'm going to be very sad when they're all gone. I just might have to pick up another one of these books. And I love this long sticker. And I usually like to do things by 3, so I'm going to add another one under it. And hopefully there'll be another one in there that I can add. I'm going to go through the book again. Of course, there's so many choices. So here's another one. And I'm not putting them straight down, like I'm skewing them a little bit. Love that way, and it kind of mimics the flannel, the lines on the flannel. I'm still not done though. I still think there's something missing. And I realized on the top, I would like the flannel part on the top to continue, so I add those lines. It felt a little empty up there, and I didn't want to put another box, so I'm just adding some more of those lines to make it flow a little bit more, and see if that does the trick. So that's basically it for the flannel, and I'm just going to open up my All in Its Seasons book, and I noticed that at the very end, the last 2 pages are filled with the cutest branches and leaves that fit so perfectly in this spread. I was delighted to notice that. Plus there's 2 whole pages of them, so you don't feel guilty using them all because there's just so many. So I just go to town. I really had a blast at this part, just filling in all those nooks and crannies that I thought needed to be filled. And you really can't go wrong with these. I mean, they're clear stickers, so easy to layer. You can't make a mistake. That's what I love about it so much. Except I do add that and then I take it off. I thought it was too much. But anyway, that's my spread. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up. If you like, you can subscribe to my channel. Catch me on Instagram. And I hope everyone has a great week.